Keep it going for Jesse. Big round of applause for Jesse. I was 12 years old contemplating what I wanted to do for the rest of my life while sitting in my basement watching Lethal Weapon 3. I wish I could tell you it was Lethal Weapon 2 because we all know that's the best one and it's my personal favorite. But as I'm watching Riggs and Murtaugh, I thought, you know what? I'll be a detective. That seems like a cool job. But my dad, who was a private investigator, would always tell me it's not like what you see on TV or the movies. So I thought, okay, well, then I'll be an actor so I can pretend to be a detective. So I signed up for acting classes. I was in every play in high school. And my classmates were convinced that I was going to be the next Mel Gibson prior to the anti-Semitism and sugar tits thing. And they voted me as most likely to become famous. So once I graduate, I leave my friends and my girlfriend behind, and I move to LA, and I hate it. I'm 17. I'm culture shocked. I can't make friends. I hate the traffic. I hate my acting classes because it feels like I'm in a cult. Going on auditions, no offense, going on auditions really makes me uncomfortable. And at the end of the day, I was just homesick. So after 6 months, I throw in the towel, I give up, and I decide to move back to Michigan and become an English teacher, marry my girlfriend, and live a normal, safe life in the Midwest. So the night I get back home, I call my girlfriend, and she says, we can't be together anymore. So now, not only am I depressed that I failed at achieving my goal of becoming an actor, my relationship's over, so I'm lost, confused, life means nothing. I become suicidal, and after a failed suicide attempt, my friend, who wanted to cheer me up, bought me tickets to see one of my favorite 90s bands, Candlebox. Yeah, you like them too, all right. So, so we go to the concert, and we're standing right in the front row, and the lights go down, and the band comes on the stage, and that's my favorite part of a concert, because you know magic's about to happen. And the first note is like thunder, lightning, and fire crash all at one time. The lights come up, and there's Kevin, the lead singer, standing right in front of me with his long, flowing hair, dark sunglasses on, his golden voice reverberating throughout the venue. He looked like a god. And they played a song called Arrow, which is track number 8 off their debut album. Check it out. And I remember just standing there, frozen, mesmerized, because something clicked. And that's when I realized that's what I want to do with my life. I want to be a rock star. So the next morning, I get out my guitar, and I had been playing for a few years, but never really had written a song. So I start to try writing songs, and they are god-awful. But I am now passionate, and I keep at it. And after a few years, I start my first band. This band records a couple albums. We go on tour. We get some radio play. And all that hard work pays off. We sign a record deal. And I moved to Nashville, all because I found something, that I felt I was good at and meant to do. So after we played a local show in Nashville, the venue owner, who really liked our band, asked when we would come play again. And I jokingly said, well, what big names do you got coming through? Who can we open for? So he gets out his calendar and he goes down the list. We've got so-and-so, we've got so-and-so, we've got Candlebox. Wait, Candlebox? We want that show. So almost 10 years to the day after seeing a show that completely changed the path of my life, I got to open up for my musical heroes. I get to the show early, watch them do a sound check, and then I get to meet the bands. I nervously approach Kevin with tears in my eyes, and I say, man, I saw you guys like 10 years ago, and my life forever changed, and I thank him for pretty much saving my life. And he was nothing but gracious and kind and sweet, and then we play our set. He's over on the side of the stage, rocking out to our music. Then Candlebox plays. And halfway through their set, they play that song Arrow that I saw them when they opened up with. And in the breakdown, I hear my name being called. Kevin is calling for me to come up on stage. I'm at the merch booth, so I hightail it to the front of the crowd. I get pulled up on stage, and Kevin says, tell everybody what you told me when we just met. So I tell everyone about that fateful night. And I've played so many shows, and I've been in so many venues, and I've toured around. And to this day, that moment, that night, will go down as the best moment of my music career. Thank you.